Okay, so we're going to be talking about STDs. So what does STD stand for?
Sexually transmitted disease.
Sexually transmitted disease. Very good. A disease that is passed from one infected person to another through sexual contact. Now, do you guys know how common STDs are in the United States of America? Okay, so here's the answer. We have 19 million STDs are contracted every single year. So if I break that down for you guys, that means 1 in every 4 sexually active teens has an STD. Now, notice how it says sexually active teens. So once you become sexually active, you fall in that category of 1 in every 4 sexually active teens has an STD. So if I take 100 sexually active students, 25 of them would have an STD. That's like, who in here has ever played Duck, Duck, Goose? Okay, that's like playing Duck, Duck, Goose, but now it's like Duck, 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 chlamydia, okay? So, not fun, right? Okay, but that's just how it is. That's how common STDs are. Now, there are 2 major types of STDs. One that's curable and one that isn't curable, okay? So which one of these 2 is curable, viral or non-viral? All right, so these are just some of the STD. Now, there's way more than just these types of STDs, okay? There's a lot more STDs. These are just very common ones. You have chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis. You have HIV, HPV, and herpes. But the scariest part about STDs is this word up here, asymptomatic. Now, asymptomatic means showing no symptoms. This is why so many teenagers and people in general are contracting STDs, because some STDs don't show symptoms for days, months, even up to a year. You cannot look at somebody's naked body and determine whether or not they have an STD. And for girls, as a matter of fact, it's really more difficult for girls to determine symptoms. Why? Because the symptoms appear in hidden areas, okay? Whereas for guys, it's a lot more easier for them to see symptoms, okay? This is why we like to say, if you know someone who's sexually active or you become sexually active, you need to encourage them to get tested, or you need to go and get tested. Because at the end of the day, okay, you may be sleeping with somebody who has an STD and they don't even know it. Why? Because they're asymptomatic. Or what's the possibility or the likeliness of somebody with an STD telling you right then and there that they have an STD? So again, it's important that you go and get tested. And at the end of the day, the only 100% effective way you can make sure that you don't get an STD or you don't get pregnant is through choosing abstinence, abstaining, focusing again on what's important, which is accomplishing your goals.